Hey, what's up guys, TheCampingRusher here. In the last few days, we've learned a lot about our upcoming season, Season 4. And of course, even last night, we had ourselves an update. So just quickly, crash pads have been unvaulted. That's one of the things that happened in the non-downtime update. And then finally, Condo Canyon has now switched to Blooming Bungalow. Or at least a part of it has, with the, POI theme changing mechanic every single game. We got Roman Coliseum, Atlantis, Pirate Town, and Wild West Town as the different themes. Just reminding you guys, I'm currently on vacation. We're filming this in a hotel, so I don't have my face cam, and a few people said, "Bray Rush, you sound sad. You sound sad in the last video." I'm not sad. I'm just keeping it down a little bit because I'm in the hotel. So I'm okay. Things are good. I'm back in a few days. One of the first things we know about Season 4 is the upcoming vehicle mechanic, and that is skating. Now, I've got an update to this that we've been talking about, for the last couple months even. They've got the floating skate park there, but I don't know if they decided to bail on this entirely. We know it's in the files, a skating mechanic. We didn't know if it was a skateboard, rollerblades, but in the background, I actually got some gameplay here from In the Shade. It's a look at what the skating feature looks like. It's obviously super rough. But from the looks of it, it is forward motion. It's a forward motion. Now, it could be because this is such an early look, they just haven't turned it to the side yet. But this might be a rollerblading thing, roller skating thing, rather than a skateboarding mechanic, which is this is what I thought it was going to be the entire time we've been talking about this. So I don't know if this is going to come after Epic returns from their break in a week or so here, or with 21.4, which looks like that's going to be around August 16th, not the day they get back from their vacation, which is as close as this Monday. So I'll keep you updated. It's end of the season, start of Season 4. I don't think this thing is scrapped yet, though. This is not confirmed info, but the smoke grenades, I think, and Shina said this, and I think so too. I think this would be such a good item for zero build, right? They're bringing back the shield bubble. That was something else we were going to talk about in this video for Season 4. Shield bubbles had some updates to it, so you can now destroy the shield bubble from inside of it. Now, if you've been a subscriber of the channel, you know we've talked about a Halloween boss creature that has a goo effect, creature rise, and summon creature abilities. This is most likely for the Halloween event, which is going to be part of Season 4, similar to the Storm King. And I got some art drawn up, you guys know, for a thumbnail when I talked about this initially. So this isn't what it's going to look like, but this is what Hex, my designer, envisioned. He dreamed up, and I think it's pretty cool looking. One thing we haven't talked about in a while, the SpiderMan Spider-Verse collaboration. I think it was planned for Season 4 for this to happen because the Spider-Verse 2 movie was supposed to come out, I believe, right as the new season began, but they have now, of course, have delayed that all the way until June 2nd, 2023. So I assume Miles will be delayed with that. And as a reminder, junk rifts might get unvaulted before the end of Season 3. There's been a lot of things in the trailer for Season 3 that have dropped already that haven't dropped yet. And one of the things that hasn't dropped yet is the junk rift. One thing that's not going to be this season, if it's going to come, it's going to be next season. And we know this, Luke Skywalker is what I'm talking about, NPC in a skin. There is a green lightsaber in the files. And remember, the guy who leaked on 4chan the battle pass for this season, he discussed a Luke, Han Solo, and Leia skin coming in the fall of 2022, and that would, of course, line up perfectly here with Season 4. Something that I can't wait for, that we've talked about a little bit. I believe this was in the trailer as well. Yes, motorcycles. There's been no other info on it other than we saw it in the trailers. There's a little bit of stuff in the files, so might make it here by the end of the season. If not, it's such a big vehicle. People are excited about this one more than anything, I think. So they might wait to launch it with Season 4. But for me, anything that's in that trailer, we got to assume is going to be here by the end of the season. We're going to learn more, again, once the Epic team's back, and especially for 21.4, which will be, like I said, August 16th, Tuesday. And I think that's when things are really going to ramp up. I talked about this in the previous video. John Cena, his skin was added. And he sent out a tweet, overwhelmed with the response from the Fortnite community, and he's so grateful to now have skin in the game. Already looking for more ways to be involved. Thank you. Cheers. So will John Cena become the next Rock type of collab where he's involved in the storyline, involved in the event? As we know, The Rock plays Foundation, a major character. I think John Cena's got the clout. He's big enough to take a bigger role in Fortnite. Maybe we get introduced to that in Season 4. That might be a Season 5 thing if they're just working on it already. Epic began working on a new character, mech-like vehicle codenamed Platehawk. A blocking ability, primary and secondary fire, and it can sprint and reload. Probably for Season 4. The mechs have, I've had some good moments with the mechs, but a lot of bad moments too, especially on the receiving end of those things. So yeah, maybe the mech V2. This could be a midway through Season 4 thing. They might not launch with it, but they're working on it in the background. A reminder, Epic has changed and has been working on the impulse grenade, the default impulse grenade, which I don't think we've seen since Season 1. We've seen the super impulse grenade, right? But not just the default one. So yeah, it could be here again, end of the season, maybe next season, a little bit of an unvault, but with some changes to it as well. And here are some major collabs that have been leaked by Epic, but they haven't happened yet. Family Guy, I still swear this might just be the biggest bait of all time. I don't know if we're ever going to see this guy, this collab, but it's in there. Lady Gaga, Doom, Samus, and you're seeing the rest of them there. Hunger Games would be another massive one. So those aren't all going to come for the next season, but you'd expect a few of them too. This next one's a new piece of news, and it's from Ferals. It's a concept trailer, but it's attached to something we know is going to happen. And the biggest thing is the Daily Bugle, right? It's our last POI to change this season. We don't know what it's going to change into, but we know it is going to change. And I got it going in the background for you without audio, just in case if there's any copyright in there. But it's a teaser, and at the very end is the Daily Bugle getting destroyed. We don't know if that's going to happen, but remember, from a loading screen early on this chapter, a volcano was teased, and it was teased by Epic themselves. I think it's coming, and let's be honest, Daily Bugle would be the spot for this volcano to appear. Now let's talk about the themes. We've talked about parts of this, but not all of it in one. Every season this chapter has mimicked or mirrored a season from the previous chapter, right? From a New Beginning, War Between Factions, the Chill season, which we're in now, and Marvel Season 4, Chapter 2, Season 4. Big talk about a Marvel season next season. And it's not just that. It's because there was an interview with Donald Mustard around the time of the Galactus event last chapter where he said this is just the start. There's so many more characters to come, and he didn't confirm a full another Marvel season, but that was just the introduction. That major collab was just the introduction, and he specifically mentioned MODOK. So yeah, this is all theory, but based off of evidence from Donald Mustard himself, creative director at Epic Games, and MODOK was one of his favorites, so I'm mentioning that specifically. There's some artwork just in case we do. This is from Fitzy, just in case we do get the Marvel collab. I'd be all for it, to be honest with you. And I'm not even a major Marvel fan. I just really enjoyed Chapter 2, Season 4. I thought they did a great job with it. And then one last thing I'm gonna talk about, and I've mentioned it before, right when this news dropped. Each season of this chapter, we've been given a new image of the battle bus, and each season that passes, we slowly approach nighttime. I think this means something. I think it would line up next season perfectly to be a dark theme as we go into Halloween, as the Bloom Watcher, which is the name of the skin we call in the trailer that was teased. Maybe the Cube Queen makes a return. Things are heating up. It's going to get a little more dark, a little less chill than this season, and it's happening soon. Thanks for watching. Take care. Talk soon. Goodbye.